I think we as fans at the end of it, I'm not sure about you, but I was tired. Like, I was so tired of giving everything into it every game, just sitting there watching heavy metal and them risking everything. Like, slow down. We don't need to win this game by 4 goals. We're winning by 2 goals. Let's just not get any injuries.
Away to Crystal Palace, 1-0 win.
Yeah.
You know, straight 3 points at the back, but of course with controversies. How was your overall take of the performance?
I mean, I feel like the last few games, I really have to be honest, we had easy lineups. And it wasn't really good football, but what we didn't have in the years before is actually getting the result. So I think seeing that and actually getting results, getting the 3 points is something, it's actually a bit more motivating to wake up in the morning the next day. So I like it. I actually do like it. I don't have to be like, oh man, we played so well and we never get the results. So it's the opposite now. We played so bad, but we get the results. So it's pretty nice. It's a different change, I would say.
Okay. Yeah. And echoing your point right now, because you have one loss so far with Nottingham, but then the other games you guys have won.
Yeah.
Early stage, it looked like it was a really convincing
win that you had.
But now, the past few weeks, performance has been slightly dropping. Is there, do you think, where you have to be concerned about what's going on?
I mean, I think our biggest test will come when we play the big teams. But what I can safely say is, I mean, at least we're keeping the clean sheets. It's a little bit shaky at the last few minutes, but I think we pushed through. And I think, of course, a bit of luck comes into play all the time in any football. But I think you keep your structure and then the luck comes along. So I think that thing works pretty well in what we've actually formed this year. So I'd like to see how the next few games play out, because I still think it's too early in the season. It's only like 7 games in. So I think only after maybe midway, closer to Christmas, you really know how this new manager might actually change the team in a different dynamics compared to Klopp, especially being a post-Klopp era, right? But I think it's pretty good. I think getting the clean sheets, even on a bad performance, is actually very vital. So I think that's nice to see. That's really nice to see.
Okay. And now asking Jinai, fellow Liverpool fan, there was a controversial moment where, few games previous to this, Jota went down easily and won penalty, but then there was a moment where Van Dijk pulled Gehi in the box, but the penalty was not given. Why is that so?
Well, I think at the end of the day, decisions will go against you and you will get some in your favor. But at the end of the season, it will eventually even itself out. We're probably going to get just because you've said that, we're now probably going to give away a super soft penalty in the next game that we never deserve to lose. So yeah, that'll happen. But again, it will even itself out at the end of the season.
Okay, and to you two boys, I mean, God knows what is happening to your club. Okay,
actually, Man U fans.
Sorry, I'm Leicester.
I wish we could give analysis like them and about the game or
played bad, got bad results.
So, I mean, director to ask you the question: is it 2 points lost for Aston Villa, or was it 1 point gained for United?
I think for United, it's just about avoiding defeat that game. You can see like they set out, they did just set out not to lose. Like I didn't see like there was not really any intention to try and go and win the game. And the way they set up is just to make sure that let's not make it worse. Yeah, and look, for me, I'm willing to accept that United are now like we are mid-table. We're not good enough, and Aston Villa is good. And sometimes you need to do what you have to do to not embarrass yourself further. So I think that's what they did, basically.
Right. And also from a United team where you have a 36, 37-year-old guy being your man of the match in Johnny Evans.
Says a lot.
That's quite embarrassing.
Yeah. A lot. I mean, in regards to that, I think so Ten Hag just went with something in regards to being safe.
Mm-hmm.
So he trusted the players to do something, like, as he said earlier, they just not to lose.
Right.
Basically.
Cool. And also, previous 2 weeks before that, you guys went to Selhurst Park and got a 0-0 draw. And everyone was saying that, United can't finish off teams. I think that was the only few games that United actually performed, but didn't get a result.
Yeah.
But seeing a team that actually is performing very well, top of the league, went to Selhurst Park and they only won it by 1-0. Then that doesn't make a big difference in terms of United and also Liverpool, don't you think so? Because they struggled to get a win. They won it narrowly.
Yeah.
And United were 0-0.
You cannot just base it on just like one result. Like like let's say a team can beat this team 3-0 and this team beat the other team 1-0, so that means I can beat this team 4-0. It doesn't work that way, but you have to look at overall performance and in terms of previous performance as well. You see Liverpool, when they want to score, when they need to score, they can go out there and score. When United need to score and want to score, can they actually do it? But I mean, like, fair play to United. I felt that we actually played very well in that game, just didn't score, just didn't finish. So I think that is the major problem for United, is just not finishing off their chances as well. So yeah.
Okay, and Sinesh, what do you think? Why Slot, when he came in, he can make a big difference in comparison to a Dutch manager? They were managing the same league, especially, right? But then Ten Hag, 3 years in, still can't figure out. What do you think it's the reason? Why do you think your rival actually gone downrange?
I mean, to be very honest, I think Klopp left a really good team behind. So, I mean, one thing that Man U, I feel, struggled is they went into a phase of decline. Like, not taking anything.
He definitely means it.
But I mean, like, it's a very different ball game if you think about it. I mean, like, Liverpool was already, honestly, the last few years, it's just been maybe unlucky in terms of results. And like what you said about him, I felt that like the year after we won the title, we got like 97 points or something, the most points ever without winning a title. And the only reason is we had too many draws, you know what I mean? So I feel like the good thing is that now you do realize that results are more important. I think Arne Slot has a bit more composure to that. So I think using whatever good team he left behind, I'm sure you have an opinion as well. But I think he adapted to actually improving some of the players and some of the positions. Like I really love the way he transformed Gravenberg. He's been phenomenal. And I think that's something that no one would have realized and stuff like that. So I think he's a bit of a better a manager to highlight some key player strengths and stuff like that. And I like that. And I like the rotation he uses. I feel Klopp sometimes he doesn't use enough rotation. And I do sometimes have a bit of concerns like it's a bit too late when he rotates his players. So I think with this squad there's a bit more versatility as well, of course, 100%. But in a long run, in a long campaign, especially with more games, more Champions League games coming up, I think he's using the squad efficiently. And I think that's something that he's very smart. So that's very good. Yeah.
Okay. And of course, after the international break, I think you're playing Arsenal,
Chelsea
you're playing
first.
Chelsea, right? So relatively, even Slot came out there to say that apparently he took a dig at United and he said that we haven't played any big team so far. Right?
So, he's not wrong.
He's brutally straightforward.
No, I don't think there was any digs there. I think he meant it. You can at the end of the day you can only beat the team that you're playing. We have played all the teams in the bottom half. I mean, that's what he said. On paper, right now, that's what the reality is. Yes, Chelsea, Leipzig, Arsenal, Bayer Leverkusen, Real, City, all on the other side of the international break. It's going to be tough. But against Palace, like you said, we can score more goals when we want to. But it's just that we never went out of second gear. With Klopp, it was always gung-ho. Even if we were winning, we'd still risk a lot to go out and get that second goal, that third goal, and win with a bit of glamour. Slot sort of calms things down, and I think that's one of the reasons why he's so successful at Liverpool right now, because he's taken the noise away from Liverpool. There was just so much noise around Liverpool with Klopp doing everything that he was doing, the amount of passion that there was, and there's just so much about the Anfield crowd also that it's quiet, but that's just because I think we as fans at the end of it, I'm not sure about you, but I was tired. I was so tired of giving everything into it every game, just sitting there watching heavy metal and them risking everything. Like, slow down. We don't need to win this game by 4 goals. We're winning by 2 goals. Let's just not get any injuries. But I think that was one of Klopp's biggest mistakes. So many people got injured.
Okay, and following your point right now, you said that, okay, we score 1 goal and then you guys don't need to push forward. But the same example was if the other day, if the penalty was given, then you guys would have lost points.
We would have. But
would you have accepted that rather than a heavy metal winning 3-0, 4-0, which the result was guaranteed?
No, we would have. And I would have been disappointed. But I do know, I'm fairly confident that if that did happen, we would have gone on and scored another one in the last few minutes.
But it could have happened the other way. Crystal Palace could have gone for a win as well. That's what happened.
Yeah.
We'd never know, right? So
no, I mean, to be honest, pulling another performance of the week where Brighton went 2-0 down.
That's pretty impressive.
What a game! What a game!
But that's just Spurs Spurs things, right?
I like how shit your club is right now, but then you're still
But we
taking
don't
it.
bottle. We go on and lose 3-0.
Yeah, we lose.
We don't go up like, like 3-0 and then draw 3-3.
Oh, you did that against Porto?
Oh yeah, we did that. I guess we are in the bottling company as well.
Yeah, you are.
Exactly. You guys just did it 2 days in prior.
Yeah, I
before
forgot about that.
Spurs did that. So, which is where it comes back. Brighton again. They have a young setup. Okay, they don't have superstars. Maybe 1 or 2, but not at the heights of Haaland or the De Bruyne's or the Odegaards, right? But they went 2-0 down at home. They didn't give up, and the manager stood by them, and they performed back. So do you think, like, coming back to the point, is it the players' fault at United, or is it the manager's fault? What needs to be rectified? Or is United just a mediocre mid-table club?
Yeah, I know. I think that for me, I always say it's the pressure. Brighton, they're 2-0 down. If they go on to lose 3-4-0, no one's going to talk about it the next day. Spurs just played a great game. You watch the game Spurs against United, right? No one ever said after the game that Spurs played a great game. They were fantastic. They were so good. But everyone's just, just crapping on United. So they were just, they just want to that. So and I think the fans and also the ex-players, they don't help the situation. I know of some fans who really wanted United to lose on the weekend just so Ten Hag can get sacked. I mean, how entitled is that? There's really no. You can't be that entitled to think that we are it's our right to win things and all. This for me, this is the time where I feel I'm really supporting a club.
Yeah.
Back then, during the success period, I realize now you weren't really supporting a club. You were just
winning and
everything.
everything.
You were winning, so you took things for granted.
I think basically it's reverse role.
I was going to say.
Liverpool were like that, But the one thing I saw about Liverpool fans back then was that I always thought they were deluded. But what actually was, they were actually supporting their team. Any manager that came in they had Roy Hodgson, or they had the worst. They signed Paul Konchesky and they hyped him up.
Yeah.
They actually backed their players, so you cannot say that they didn't back their players. They just weren't good enough there and there. But for us, we just so fast, so quick. People are writing about Ugarte now. He just played a few games.
Yeah.
He didn't have a pre-season.
Basically, United is always going after quick fix.
Correct. So you see, Patrice Evra and Vidic, they signed in January of 2006. They were rubbish. They signed. I remember my friend, Arsenal fan. He said, sign Adebayo and Theo Walcott. They say, oh, they're doing better than your 2 signings. But look at them now. Look at the difference in careers they have. Sometimes just you need a bit of time to build this thing, which at the moment United are not getting, the players and the manager. So yeah.
Right. And speaking of your neighbours, the noisy neighbours, Man City, it looks like every single time they're going to go 1-0 down right now, and then they're going to make a comeback. Adama toasted Kyle Walker in a foot race the other day. Apparently now Adama is the fastest player right now in the Premier League, right, overtaking Mickey van der Ven. And they have lost Rodri, but they're still getting results. But do you think eventually they're going to be found out?
I think they would. I don't think so. Whatever the results they're getting right now is not sustainable. I mean, they are really struggling without Rodri. That's one key area I think they needed the most in regards to winning all the titles. Because if you take a look at their past history, all the games that they mostly win is with Rodri. So I think they will be, get found out, and I think Liverpool can actually challenge them. Arsenal can challenge them. Even Chelsea, they can actually beat City and probably, Arsenal might win the title at the end of the day.
Well, interesting. And staying with your point, a replacement apparently has been touted in the January transfer window for Rodri Zubimendi, someone that Liverpool wanted. And it looks like they're just going to get away with all these transfers. And would it be sickening for you if they actually go out and get Zubimendi?
It would have been if Gravenberch wasn't doing how he's doing right now. Would have hated it. But the fact that Gravenberch's doing so well, I think will sort of soften the blow a little. There's not many deep-lying playmakers anymore. And the ones that are cost crazy amount of money. Even those destroyers like Declan Rice and Caicedo, Baleba's going to go for a lot of money very soon. So, I mean, it will hurt a little. It really depends on how he does at City. But City mostly get their signings right, so I'm pretty sure they're going to do well.
And of course, speaking to your nearest challenger, Arsenal, week in, week out, they're just performing. Saka looks like form of his life. where do you see? Would you say that City, like he's mentioning that City would not be that they eventually be found out, but do you think there's a weakness in Arsenal's game that they would be that main title contenders for Liverpool, or do you see eventually Liverpool not being a title contender but just a top four?
I think it's a good question, to be honest, because I feel like one thing City had the last few years is they always maintained their composure, because Arsenal bottled it, Liverpool bottled it. So I feel like on the long run, I think Liverpool's Arsenal, we always felt the pressure as a team, as a club. So I think what would help if actually City lose the pace at an earlier stage, then I think it would give a bit more of a proper challenge to the title. But if City maintains going through this next few, let's say 10, 15, 20 games without Rodri, then I think it might still be City's title, to be very honest. I think they're just too solid. They're just too solid. I think it just has to be like they have to drop a few points early on after this. So it's a bit of a lucky situation if we can capitalize on it. So yeah.
Okay, interesting. And for those watching, if you want to be part of the show, do not forget to comment, and our crew will definitely get in touch with you to be part of the show and win weekly jerseys. All right, with that, boys, are we ready for a trivia round?
Yeah, let's go.
All right.
See the hand right there.
You sure you don't want to put your hand there?
I'm going to let them get it wrong.
Okay, here we go. Which Brazilian left back joined West Ham from Chelsea?
Brazilian left back.
Oh my god.
Brazilian
Why? It's like right
left back.
there.
Left back.
Can't think of that. Man.
I'll repeat the question. Which Brazilian left back joined West Ham from Chelsea?
I have no clue what.
I better take my hand off as well. That's no need to have my hand
You guys
there.
are going to smack yourselves.
Left back.
Left
Chelsea.
Third time, I repeat the question. Which Brazilian left back
you get any
joined
hints for
West Ham from Chelsea?
No idea.
Joined West Ham.
I'm trying to think of a Brazilian left back in the first place for Chelsea.
The guy is playing for West Ham currently.
Yeah.
Yeah, but West Ham is.
No, I can't get it.
No,
man.
man.
No, man, none of us.
No, man.
Okay, so I'll tell you the answer.
Yeah.
Emerson.
Oh,
He's Brazilian?
Yeah.
I would have got it.
So he is basically Brazilian Italian. So that was the trick.
Oh, okay, fair point.
Next question. Who holds the record for scoring 4 goals in a single half in the Premier League?
Cole Palmer.
Correct. Well done. Next question. How many Spanish managers are currently managing in the Premier League this season?
Andoni Iraola.
Sorry, you have to tell the answer.
Oh,
Yeah, no, you have to tell out the answer right now.
4.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question. How many Spanish managers are currently managing in the Premier League this season?
3.
Incorrect. The answer is 5.
Shit, I definitely know.
You only have 2 tries.
Because I knew
There's 5 of them.
name that 5.
All right, let's move on to the next question. Who won the Golden Glove Award during the 23-24 season?
Ederson?
Incorrect. So I'll repeat the question again. Relax, relax. Who won the Golden Glove Award during the 23-24 season?
I'm just going to say Alisson, man.
It's incorrect. It's David Raya.
David Raya. I knew.
So,
Made a mistake.
I just couldn't let you answer, man.
All right, next question. Brereton Diaz of Southampton is of which nationality?
Diaz. Portuguese?
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question again. Brereton Diaz of Southampton is of which nationality?
Cameroon?
Cameroon?
I have no idea.
Brazilian, right? No?
He's a Chilean.
Oh.
Moving on. Which Japanese winger can't...
Mitoma.
Kaoru Mitoma. I said Kaoru Mitoma.
Correct. All right,
who got
next
that
question.
right?
He. You got to see which who lights up first. Don't feed the answer.
I see you beside me. You light up to me.
Next question. What is the name of the youngest manager currently managing in the Premier League?
Fabian Hursler.
Correct. Next question. Which Man City player is currently out of the season with an ACL?
Rodri. If I didn't get it right, I would have kicked myself.
Guys, you guys got to press faster. Okay, next question.
Can we steal the buzzer away from him?
You put your hands here. How many Croatian players are currently playing in the Premier League?
Me, right?
Yep.
5.
Incorrect. I repeat again. How many Croatian players are currently playing in the Premier League?
3.
Incorrect. It's 2.
Ah, damn it.
And both of them play for Man City.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Where did you get 5?
I just threw a number out. Hoping
Alright.
it hits something.
Okay, we are midpoint. You guys still have chance to catch up with him. You guys are all on zeros.
Zeros, bro.
Liverpool's winning.
Next question. Which American midfielder is currently playing for Bournemouth in the Premier League? Here we go.
I can't really do current stuff, man. I'm not really following these days.
Bournemouth, forget about that.
No clue?
Nah.
Tyler Adams.
Yeah, when you
Didn't know.
registered.
All right, next question.
Oh, still answer.
Which Manchester United player was recently sent off twice in... Yes, Ilan.
Bruno Fernandes.
Bruno Fernandes.
I thought you said you don't know any new ones.
I know a little bit about United as well.
All right, let's go. Next question. Who holds the record for the highest Premier League assists?
Ryan Giggs.
Incorrect. Let me finish the question.
Yeah. So he's out.
I will repeat. Yeah, he's
He's
out.
out.
I will repeat again. Who holds the record for the highest Premier League assists by a defender?
Arno.
Correct. Well done.
Well done, bud.
I was gonna go.
I was like,
ask you
Trent.
that.
Right, next question. Which nationality does Moses Caicedo belong to?
Ecuadorian?
Correct. Next question.
It's not working, I think.
You want to try it now?
It's okay.
He just wanna know
Which
something.
player was recently sent off for a second yellow card for grabbing the ball to prevent a dangerous counter-attack?
What, bros?
Well done. Yours is working. All right. Next question. Which Italian left back currently plays for Tottenham?
Left back.
Hey, change the right back a bit. Right back, Spurs.
Wait.
Italian.
I'll repeat it. Which Italian left back currently plays for Tottenham?
Feel like
Oh boy. All 4 of you are going to get trolled, man.
I know the right back, but
I'm gonna sound so stupid, but I'm just gonna say it's Udoki.
It's correct. That's the only left back that they have. Ben Chilwell is Welsh.
in my head I was like, don't say
correct.
Pedro Porro.
I would have never thought. I have never thought he's Italian. So I was like, I'm gonna sound so stupid, right? This guy.
All right, moving on. Who is currently the leading assist leaderboard on the... Yes.
Saka.
Correct. You fed him. Next question. Which player is currently leading the race for the Golden Glove?
Golden Glove. Allison.
Incorrect. I'll repeat the question again. Which player is currently leading the race for the Golden Glove this season?
Onana.
Correct.
I just read this somewhere.
He is.
On Facebook. I was scrolling someone put that stat. I was like, okay.
We had the other.
Onana was the last person I would have.
He's got the most clean sheets, man. We do 0-0.
All right.
Kelleher or something.
Let's go. 3 players won the Golden Boot in the 18-19 season. Who are they?
18-19.
Mo Salah, Sadio Mane, and Harry Kane.
Incorrect. I'll repeat it. 3 players won the Golden Boot in the 18-19 season. Who are they?
Salah. Son. Kane.
Incorrect. It is Salah, Mane, and Aubameyang.
I knew it was fast.
Oh, that fella still played.
Third guy, the third guy I was confused about.
All right. Next question.
Yeah.
What is the nickname for Ipswich Town?
Tractor Boys?
Correct. Well done. And the last question. Which player came back from a 10-month ban due to breaching?
Sandro Tonali.
Well done. Correct. Every day, Jinai, you have won the trivia challenge. All right. Well done, Jinai. You made it to the Spitfire round. If you're ready, I am.
Let's go.
All right. Apart from Manchester United, which other Premier League team has won the treble?
Man City.
Correct. Mikhailo Mudryk of Chelsea is of which nationality?
Ukrainian.
Correct. Which team plays their home game at Portman Road?
Ipswich Town.
Correct. Which Swiss player currently plays for Newcastle United?
Fabian Schär.
Correct. Ferdy Kadıoğlu of Brighton and Hove Albion is of which nationality?
Say the name again.
Ferdy Kadıoğlu of Brighton and Hove
Is
Albion.
he Turkish?
Correct. Who is the oldest player in the Premier League this season?
James Milner.
Incorrect.
Pass, skip.
Who was Man United Sir Matt Busby Player of the Season for 23-24 season?
Bruno.
Correct. Which nationality does Ibrahima Konate belong to?
French.
Correct. Who is the current manager of Leicester City?
Steve Cooper.
Correct. Jamal Lascelles is the club captain for Newcastle. Well done! Salah! Okay, you're annoying with that stupid celebration, man.
This is good.
Well done, well
Thank
done.
you.
With that, Jina, you have won yourself an exclusive original jersey of Liverpool. Congratulations on again.
Thank you guys, thank you.
All right, with that said, next week's game, okay, it's a big one for Liverpool, right? At home to Chelsea. Let's ask the winner of the week. Where do you see how Liverpool will be doing, and do you think Chelsea can create an upset at Anfield?
They definitely can. And after the international break, it's always very tricky. And Chelsea, the amount of players they have, they're going to be super fresh. Liverpool players, there's so many club captains captaining their country. They're going to play the entire 180 minutes at the friendlies. So it'll be very tricky.
And your score prediction will be?
1-0 to Liverpool. Control the game, get an early goal, just don't concede.
And for yourself?
I think Chelsea has goals in their bag, so I think they're definitely going to score. But of course, a bit of bias in this. I'm hoping this can also prove Liverpool is proper title contender, so I'm just going to go like 2-1. So yeah.
So basically, still a narrow win there.
Yeah, still an arrow win, yeah.
Okay. And United playing at home to Brentford. It may be with Ten Hag, it may not be without Ten Hag. But overall assessment, what do you think the performance would be, and what your score prediction?
I think performance-wise, it's hard to predict, but I think United will win that game because at home, I think they'll show up. Probably 2-0, maybe.
Quite confident. Yeah. After performing quite badly at home the entire
but
season.
I think they can.
The bees are really good, actually.
Yeah, they are. No,
You're showing your knowledge at the wrong section.
They'll score in the first 3 minutes for sure. So
Who?
Brentford.
First minute. Now they do it
Exactly,
regularly.
exactly, correct.
First minute.
Yeah, it's been like that.
And how do you assess the game will go on?
I think it will be another draw. Our forwards need to click. I don't think so they'll have any time to click, with or without the manager. I don't know. But yeah, it's a weekend game. Let's hope it goes well.
By the time this episode goes onto YouTube, Ten Hag might not be the manager. So
Probably.
you don't know what's happening.
Yeah.
True. And also, there's a big game that'll be going on. Basically, it's Newcastle versus Brighton. Two managers who play really good football. Where do you see that game ending?
I see Brighton doing better than Newcastle this year. I know it's a big shout, and I'm probably going to get trolled for it at the end of the season, but I think Brighton has a nice balance of good, exciting players and a bit of experience in there as well. So I really think Brighton's going to have a good season. Top 6, 7 maybe.
Okay. And for those watching, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. And if you want to be part of the show, do leave us a comment and our crew get in touch with you for you to come to the studio and like our winner here. And with that, boys, it's a wrap. Thank you so much.